Hi Sagittarius, this is going to be your message from the 3rd through the 9th of February. It is good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus sign of Sag, but keep in mind it's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with all of you. Check your other placements on this channel. If this doesn't resonate, you could find your messages there instead. If you want to book a private reading with me, Sagittarius, the link to my website to schedule a live one-on-one reading with me that's not general, but it's personal and just for you. The link to my website is down in the description below this video. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I read for you here every week. But Sagittarius, I also read for you on my other channel called Soma Chandra Libra. On that channel, I do love messages and some deeper messages for you every couple of days. So when I read for you here on this channel, I just try to channel your energy and see what might be going on for you on a really personal level. Sometimes love comes out. Sometimes other things come out. I just channel whatever message I get. Sag, you're like a cat this week. If you have cats, you know what I mean. Everything has to be on a cat's terms. I think that you really want things on your terms. And I do see your Sag energy here with the Chariot and the Page of Wands. But I think you're fearful of getting hurt. And I think that you've completed some very heavy cycles recently. And I think that you just want to move slowly. And there might be some people around you, either family, friends, or maybe a specific person that you're fearful of. And you just want to move slow and move on your terms. From the Quantum Oracle deck, I got fear and deception in reverse. I pulled the Oracle cards after the tarot, by the way. I don't always do it that way, but I did it that way this time. I let all the tarot drop out, and then I was like, show me Oracle messages to tie this all together. There is something that you're just afraid of. I don't want to use the word paranoid because paranoid suggests that you have nothing to fear. You may or may not, but right now you're feeling some fear and insecurity, and it has to do with deception. And the Quantum Tarot or the Quantum Oracle deck, this falls under events. So you might be afraid that someone's shit-talking you in your circle of friends or in your community. There may have been gossip and bullshit between yourself and a person in focus for you, and you might have uncovered that, or you're afraid of that. You might be afraid you're not going to be accepted by your community at large, and it will take courage to face this person or this situation. You could be dealing with a Leo or a Gemini and possibly a Cancerian. So this might be something that you have to move forward with. It's like you can't stay stuck forever. I do have the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands here, so it will take you courage to move forward, but you're going to have to get past your fear and figure out how to deal with what you believe has been deception. It might even be happening in a professional setting or with family, so it's like, oh, it's weird and it's a touchy subject, but it could be happening in a relationship. So your advice, I think this is more about, as opposed to advice, it's more your guides are just supporting you and affirming your feelings. I mean for this deck to be advice, but sometimes it's more like they're just telling you, hey, it's okay. You are who you are and you feel who you feel the way you feel right now. I have tenderness and romantic love in reverse and freedom. I mean for this to be about you, Sag, but I could be picking up on the energy of a person in focus for you. So if you're really wanting to pursue something with someone, they want freedom. They're not tender and loving and emotional, and they're definitely not interested in a romantic relationship. But your guides are saying to you right now, you might, because you see yourself as the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups, you're kind of feeling a little curmudgeonous right now, or COVID has gotten in the way, you're emotionally reevaluating, you're not sure how you feel. Tenderness speaks to our capacity to open our hearts and approach the world and each other with gentleness and care. You're not feeling that fuzzy feeling right now. And romantic love supports our experience to know ourselves through the reflection of a conscious lover. I think that you're feeling fearful and insecure. You might even be afraid you're going to be rejected in some way. You do want freedom though. And I'm like, there we go. There we go. Okay, I have freedom and commitment here. So it might be a decision between, do I want to choose a path where I have more freedom, or should I choose a path where there's more commitment? Sagittarius are good at commitment, but not at the expense of their own dynamic personalities and personal freedoms. So maybe that's what's stressing you out right now. You do sense limitless possibility and potential and boundless expression and bold exploration. Maybe, I think what this might be about for you, Sag, is that you've been in a dormant period for a while, and you've been in a place of transition. Because what I have here, and I do have the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, Page of Swords, the Hierophant, Nine of Swords, Six of Wands. I see. This could be friends or family or the community at large making you feel pressured, or you're worried about like doing things the right way, getting the attention and recognition that you want as the community at large. Some of you are being asked to take the lead in a situation and maybe speak publicly in a group or something like that. And you're like, no, I'm really better at the heart-to-heart thing. It could be a little bit deeper than that. I did just see the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. There could have been some jealousy and competition between yourself and another person, or just with several people, maybe in your community. So at the center of everything for you guys, the Ten of Wands. This isn't too bad. The Ten of Swords can be tough, but I think that you guys are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulder right now. You seem to be carrying extra responsibility, trying to complete things this week, working really hard. I don't think you can ask for any help. Someone's like, hey man, do you want help with that? I'm good. I got it. I totally got it. Hard work and extra responsibility. There's a heaviness here with the Ten of Wands. And the challenge or the catalyst or the reason for this is the Six of Swords. I think that you just feel like you're in a place of transition right now. I think you've been moving to calmer waters from one situation to another for quite some time. Maybe you're just not finished with that yet. What's driving you is the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So some of you are looking for a new job. Some of you do want, I see that no matter what this is about, career, relationship, personal development, even your spiritual path, you definitely want it to feel intimate. You definitely want to feel this inclusiveness. And you don't want to start anything unless you know that a seed can be planted that will manifest into something that gives stability and abundance. You want a unification within yourself and another person. Whatever you start next, you want there to be a strong mutual attraction, and you actually want it to go somewhere. So your deeper motivations are that. Sometimes this can be about your deep past. And now it's just like there's a heaviness here and you're trying to transition. In the recent past here and deep within, the Magician and the Eight of Cups. So some of you were connecting to a Gemini, a Virgo, or an Aries. I think that you've had to walk away from quite a bit, Sagittarius, and leave the past behind you. Not even really knowing where you were going. And I think that that helped you claim a lot of your own personal power. It gave you a chance to know that you can be the single catalyst for change. The Magician likes to work alone. He is just discovering his power. And in order to do that, that's a tough job to do. Notice he doesn't even have an assistant. You've had to leave a lot behind. It's also possible that someone tried to manifest you and you were like, nope, I gotta go. That could have been vice versa as well. Right now, what you're thinking about all the time is the Seven of Cups and the Chariot, Cancerian energy. I notice the Chariot comes out a lot for Sagittarius because you're ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of abundance. You guys are my wanderers, my travelers. You're very philosophical. You love to explore. You love to move forward. You're very innovative in regards to how to overcome obstacles and challenges. First of all, the first thing I heard was, oh, they're looking for a new car. Or the Seven of Cups is you have a lot of choices and opportunities in front of you, but it's a little overwhelming. I think you're doing a lot of wishful thinking. And I do think that you're fearful of illusion. You want to move forward. You want forward motion in your life. Some of you are thinking about traveling, taking a trip. Again, some of you are trying to pick this destination. Where is my soul taking me? Some of you are just looking for a new car or a car part. It's very overwhelming. A lot of you are looking online to move forward in some way. Some of you have a Cancer in focus for you. But I feel like you're just like, okay, the GPS in my soul is turned on. I do want to move towards victory and success, but I am overwhelmed and confused on how to get there. So your action that you're going to take this week, the most important action, is the Four of Swords and the Page of Wands. Now you see yourself as the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups. I see like this back and forth here for you, Sag. You're like, okay, I have been resting. I have been recovering. I have, like, 2020 was a bitch. I left a lot behind. I'm ready to move forward. The Page of Wands and the Chariot. Yes, I am a Sagittarius. I am a free spirit. Where's the next adventure? You're lighthearted. You're happy. You're fun. But this is coming out of a slumber, you know, and I think you're just a little slow going. I saw like a bear or little skunks or animals that have been hibernating for a while, slowly rejoining the world. And I think you're like, okay, yes, I'm going to put my walking boots on and I'm ready to go. But I think that there's some stuff that's still getting in your way. It's this stuff that you walked away from. And there's been heartbreak for you. Sometimes the Three of Swords simply speaks to communicable disease. The Three of Swords has meant COVID for me lately. I mean, so many cards changed or added layers to the meaning of the cards because of what we're going on in the world, you know, what's been going on in the world. So it could be just things have been slow going for you with COVID. I think that you're doing a lot of emotional reevaluation, and I think that you're a little stressed out. Keep in mind that the grass isn't necessarily greener on the other side. There's this one thing that you're thinking about that you can't get off your mind, but his arms are folded and he's like, There are 3 cups in front of you. I see that you have, I just wanted to say hanging on to, as if that was inappropriate. It's not inappropriate to have heartbreak still. If you're still healing from something and you're still just not sure what you want moving forward, you're just not. This might be about a relationship or a job or a situation that, like, you're having a hard time not comparing the present moment and the potential future to what was in the past. But I do like what's driving you. Getting up close and personal, feeling a strong connection to yourself or someone else. And hidden factors. I feel like this is you. It's also possible that this is just new opportunities coming in that it's difficult for you to face this. So hidden motivation is that, or hidden factors are, here's this Ace of Cups, this new opportunity coming in. A cup of love, possibly a romantic partnership or a creative opportunity, the open heart chakra. This seems difficult for you. This might be a person that you've handed a cup to and they denied it. And you're like, man, okay, I have other options. I can move forward. It's one way or the other. But I think that this is you saying, no, I see fear and worried about deception, not really ready for romantic love. Doesn't necessarily mean like a relationship, but that true heart-to-heart connection, you know, and the reflection back and forth between the two. I think that you guys are I think you're just feeling a little challenged because in your emotions, I have the 7 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. I'm not going out with you. No, like you might be invited to go out with friends or do something with family, friends, something like that. And you're like, no. Or there are people around you in a group dynamic, because the Hierophant speaks to sometimes community at large, that they appear well-meaning, but you seem really paranoid. You feel challenged in some way. It's like a challenge for you to do this. I'm not seeing like full-on agoraphobia or anything like that, like a fear to socialize, but you might also feel there could be something going on at work or even in your neighborhood. Like this could be like the chicks that hang out on the cul-de-sac at night and have wine while the kids play and you don't feel like you quite fit in. Or at work or a group dynamic and you're like, like I want to be part of this, but I feel like I have to defend myself. I don't know that you're quite ready to like mingle entirely in a situation. Or you're just like, no, if someone has come to you and said, let's get together and maybe even have a reunion, you feel like that's threatening in some way, or vice versa. But you're ending on the 2 of Wands and Temperance. I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to be very careful moving forward. You're very calm. You're determining the purpose. You're being very patient and passive. You want peace. You want balance. You want moderation. So you're like, I'm an island. I am led by the divine and my own angel. Temperance is your card, Sag. You are the angels that walk among us. I love that about your sign. And you're like, I'm putting myself first. I'm going to do this my way. I'm going to hold still. I'm going to look into the globe and I'm going to pick my own path and move forward. I'm a little overwhelmed and I'm just coming out of something, but I'm going to determine my own purpose moving forward. If this is about a relationship and the roles are reversed, you may feel as though you want to move towards something with someone, but they're being a little blocky with you and it confuses you. But I meant this to be you. But I like the way you're handling yourself, Sag. Just face your fear. And if you are worried about gossip and hearsay, get all the facts. If you already have the facts, it might just take you courage to ignore shitty comments or whispers or whatever and just hold your head high when you walk in the door or when you engage with this person or other people. That's hard to have to do that. But face the fear and get to the bottom of it. It's really okay if you're not feeling lovey-dovey or tender. Choosing freedom over commitment might be what you're doing right now. This might even be about work, and this could be a job interview. Like one path will take me to like a 6-month like short-term gig, but another one will take me to the long-term gig. And you might not be wanting to hear your friend's advice right now. You might really want to be doing it on your own. I just feel like you want to do everything on your own this week, Sag. And I think your guides are saying it's really okay, but you definitely have to face these fears. Yeah. All right, Sag, that's your reading from the 3rd through the 9th on this channel. Don't forget to check out my other channel called Soma Chandra Libra. It's the same name as this, but take off tarot and put Libra. Love messages are up over there for you guys. And I hope that this message resonates with you and I hope it helps you. You can book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. Link is in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, my dear Jupiterians. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.